Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name's Leah, and we're here on Easter Sunday at the Hacienda at the Canyon. Once again, it's so great to be able to share this practice with you, and even though I'm coming to you virtually in your living room, I'm still just excited to be able to share this experience. So go ahead and take a few moments to get set up at your house. A chair or something else that you can sit on. It might, like a coffee table, might work fine. Is great for you. Make sure that you can go ahead and take your feet all the way down to the ground. You might be in bare feet or socks, depending on your flooring. Just make sure you won't slip and slide around, and clear a little bit of space. When we do portions of the class standing up, you're always welcome to stay seated and participate by just doing the upper body portion, or I'll offer some modifications if you're still sitting down. You can also always use your table or your countertop as a surface to put your hands on when we're standing up, and that can often be a lot easier to be well supported than the chair you might have at home. So go ahead, take a moment, get set up, and then find your way into your seat. Come far enough forward that you can place your feet firmly on the ground. Let your shoulders drop down and back, lift your chest, extend your spine. Let your arms rest comfortably. Maybe you close your eyes to allow your focus to go inward. And just begin to focus on your breath. Noticing the pace of your inhale and exhale. Maybe encouraging your inhale a little deeper into your low belly. And emptying out more completely with each exhale. You might allow your breath to get deeper and slower, or you might simply observe it at the pace that it's at. Throughout our yoga practice today, keep circling back to breath. Inhale and exhale, expanding out, filling up, and letting go, releasing out. Starting to take gentle movements in seated cat and cow. On your inhale, let your chest come forward, shoulders drop down and back. On your exhale, round your spine. Tuck chin to chest, lean back. Make sure you have space behind you. Inhale, come forward, lift your chest, let shoulders drop down and back. Exhale, round your spine, lean down. A few more rounds. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale, round back. One more time. Inhale forward, shoulders drop. Exhale, round your spine. Then come up through neutral. Sit up nice and tall. Lift your chest. Reach arms up overhead. Big breath in. Reach up through fingertips. Make your arms a little more straight and squeeze biceps by ears. Press your feet down firmly. Make your legs strong. Lift your chest. Reach up a little higher. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, let your arms slowly come down. On your next inhale, reach up once more. Press your feet down. Legs are strong. Reach all the way up through fingertips. Maybe your seat feels a little lighter. Grow taller in your spine. Squeeze biceps by ears. Inhale and reach up. Exhale. Arms slowly come down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Grow taller and taller. Extend through fingertips. And this time, bend your elbows. Take cactus arms. Squeeze shoulders together on your spine. Move your hands back in line over your elbows. And move everything away from the front wall. Keep pressing your feet down. Engage your legs. And lift your chest. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Again, inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Roll your shoulders out a few times, maybe shake it out a little. We'll start with warming up our necks. Take your hands to rest comfortably on your legs. Turn your gaze to the right, over your right shoulder. See if you can sit up a little taller as you do this, and let your shoulders drop down and back on your spine. Turn your gaze back to the center, and over to the left. Keep that nice tall spine extending up through the crown of your head. Turn your gaze back to the center, and once more to the right. Let both shoulders relax, especially your left shoulder. Come back through center, to the left. Let your right shoulder relax. Come back through center, and allow your chin to drop gently to your chest. You might stay here, or you might take your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, draw your elbows down, and add a little gentle pressure with your hands. Release your hands, lift your chin. Allow your face to sink over towards your right shoulder. You might take your palm underneath your cheek to add extra support if you feel pain in your neck. If you would like a deeper stretch, instead take your right hand on top of your head, draw your elbow down, and just add a little gentle pressure. Left shoulder relaxes away, making space between shoulder and ear, length all through this side of your neck. Support your head, coming back up through center, and allow your cheek to gently fall towards your left shoulder. Again, you might use your palm underneath your cheek, adding support for your head, especially if you feel any pain in your neck. If you'd like more stretch, place your palm gently on top of your head, and add a little pressure, elbow draws down. Relax your right shoulder away, so you're making length through this side. Come back up through center, supporting your head. And one more time to the right, support it, or adding that little extra stretch. This time you might take your left hand and reach your fingertips down gently toward the ground. Support your head coming back up through center. And last time over to the left, supporting underneath or placing your hand on top. If you'd like, maybe take those right fingertips and reach them down toward the ground. Come back up through center. And one more time, chin to chest, look straight down. Lift your chin. Look down. Lift your chin. Smooth movements. Last time, look down. Lift your chin. Shake it out a little, roll your shoulders. Go ahead and press your feet down. Make your feet right underneath your knees. Ooh, and let me slide my chair back so that you can see my feet. There we go, that's much better. So take your feet hip distance apart. So notice my feet are right underneath my knees, and you don't want your feet close to you or far away. You want heels right underneath your knees so you can press feet down firmly. You might find, depending on the height of your chair, that you might need to adjust your seat slightly. So take your feet and press down. Feel your legs getting strong and engaged. Nice. Lift your chest. Try to sit up a little bit taller. And then press your hands into your legs. See if you can make your arms straight. You're sitting up so tall. Nice. Keep that height in your spine. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. On your exhale, Arms come down by your sides. You can hold on to the side of your chair for extra support, or take your hands down. You can also always take your hands back to your legs if you'd like. Lift your right foot up, just like you're lifting your knee. And then step back down. Press both feet down. Lift your left knee up. Yep, foot just floats up in place. Left foot comes back down. Right knee up. And down. Left leg, lift. And lower. Lift your right leg. Lean forward slightly. Draw your chest towards your knee. Nice. And then extend your leg out. Press your leg towards straight. Draw your knee back up towards your chest. And let your foot rest down. Press both feet to the ground. Sit up tall. Yeah, nice. Then lift your left knee towards your chest. Lean forward if you can. Try to close off that space. Press your foot to the front wall. Nice. Strong leg. Draw knee back up towards your chest. And let your foot rest down. One more time on each side. Right knee lifts to your chest. Lean forward slightly. Feel the power in your leg. And then press your heel forward. Draw knee back to chest. And foot down. Last time, left knee to chest. Nice. Press your heel forward. Draw knee back up. And foot down. Walk your feet out a few times in place. Maybe lifting your heels. Swaying side to side. Alright. Again, make sure feet are pressing down firmly. Hands to legs. Extend your right leg out. Flex and point your foot a few times. And roll your ankle. Then draw your knee up to your chest. Squeeze in, lift your chest. Yes, try to get connection between your torso and thigh. Stay right here or cross your ankle over your knee. You can support your leg with your hands or let your knee drop away. From here, you might sit up tall, or if you'd like more stretch in your hip and spine, gently lean forward, hinging from the hip crease. Extend your spine, reaching out for the crown of your head. Flex your foot. Keep your right ankle strong, and keep pressing your left foot down into the ground. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, releasing out. Then move shoulders up in line over hips. Draw your knee up to your chest, squeeze in. And let your foot come back down to the ground. Press both feet down. Left leg extends. Flex and point your foot a few times. Roll your ankle. And then draw your knee up to your chest. Squeeze in, lift your chest. Cross ankle over knee. Make a figure four shape. Flex your foot, ankle is strong. You can stay here supporting with your hands, or you might release your leg and let your knee drop away from you. Stay here. Work to sit up nice and tall. If you'd like more stretch, hinge from the hip crease to lean forward. Ankle stays strong. Foot presses down to the ground. And the more you lean, the more you'll feel stretched in your hip and spine. Come back upright. Draw your knee to your chest. Squeeze in. On an exhale, release your foot down. Switch sides again. Right leg extends. Flex and point your foot. Roll your ankle a few times. Hug your knee into your chest. Squeeze in. You can stay right here or ankle over knee. Make your figure four shape. Lift your chest. Stay or hinging forward once more. This time you might have the option to fold a little farther. Maybe you found a little bit more opening here on the second round. With each exhale, think relax. Move shoulders back in line over hips. Hug knee up to your chest, squeeze in. And let your foot come back down to the ground. Last side, left leg extends. Flex and point your foot. Roll your ankle and squeeze your knee up to your chest. Stay or ankle over knee. Make your figure four shape. Sit up nice and tall and hinge from the hip crease to lean forward. And again, maybe this time, the second time through, you find a little more space, more opening, maybe leaning a little farther forward. Move shoulders back in line over hips. Draw knee up to chest, squeeze in. And release your foot back down to the ground. Take your feet together. So squeeze your knees, your ankles, your heels in, and press your feet down. Nice. Feel your legs really, really powerful. Nice. Now lift your right leg up and point your toes straight down. Open your knee out to the side and drop your foot back down. Your leg might not go as wide as mine did. However wide it goes, that's the right opening for you. Lift your knee up again, close off, and set down. Yeah, so however wide your knee wants to naturally open, that's the right amount of opening for you. Don't feel like you need to do more than whatever your leg naturally did the first time. We'll try on the left side as well. Squeeze legs in, knees, ankles, heels, squeezing. Press both feet down. Then left foot lifts up, point your foot down toward the ground. Open your knee up and set your foot down. Sit up nice and tall, nice. Reversing, lift, close off, and set down. All right, right leg will open and close a few times. Lift your right knee, open your leg, and set your foot down. Lift, close, and set down. Again, lift, open, release. Lift, close, and release. Last time, lift your knee, open your hip, and set your foot down. Lift, close, and release. Take a moment, squeeze your legs in, press both feet down, sit up tall. Left leg, lift your knee, open, and set down. Lift, close, and set down. Lift, open, release. Lift, close, release. Last time, lift, open, and set down. Lift, close, and set down. Walk your feet out a few times. Now lift and open your right leg. Lift and open your left leg. Take heels in, toes out, hands to knees, and lift your chest. Press your feet down a lot. Then press your feet down even more. Feel your legs getting strong. Stay here or lean forward slightly. As you lean, your seat gets lighter. You might walk your hands down your legs. Stop wherever makes sense for you. Or you might reach all the way to the ground. If fingertips reach the ground, press your fingertips down and try to tuck your forehead back towards your chin. Start to slowly make your way back upright. You can use your hands walking up your legs or your chair. Close your right leg and your left leg and bring feet hip distance apart, back to our neutral position. Press heels down firmly, lift your chest, hinge from the hip crease, lean forward. Just like before, you can stop at any point once you reach the amount of stretch that you would like to feel, or you might start to walk your hands down. If your hands reach the floor, press your hands down and tuck your forehead towards your legs. Slowly start to make your way back upright. Walk hands up your legs, draw shoulders in line over hips. Reach arms all the way up. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. Again, folding as much as you would like, trying to keep hands together using strength as you fold forward, or you might take your hands all the way down. Roll back upright, shoulders over hips. Sit up nice and tall, long spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Take your left hand across for your right knee. Reach your right arm up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, open your arm back. Lift your chest. Expand across your collarbones and reach back through your right hand. Reverse by sending your right arm up, forward, and back down to your knee. One more time on that side. Right arm comes up at your ear and opens back, twisting. Lift your chest, press your feet down so you have good support coming all the way from the ground, and expand across your collarbones. Reverse, inhale, arm up, forward, and down. Take your right hand across for your left leg. Reach your left arm up, bicep by ear. Open your shoulders to the left, and send your left hand back. Press your feet down firmly, take your knees a little wider, and lift your chest. Reverse, inhale, arm up, forward, and down. One more time, inhale up, open, fingertips back. Press your feet down firmly, lift your chest, try to get even taller in your spine. Reversing, inhale up, forward, and down. Take hands to your legs, rest comfortably. Roll your shoulders out a few times. From here, we'll take one more forward fold, and then we'll move into some optional standing poses. Take an inhale. On your exhale, hinge from the hip crease, leaning forward. You might support yourself with hands on legs. You might take the palms at heart center version, or you might fold forward again, hands to the ground. If your hands reach the ground, press your hands down firmly. Roll back upright. Bring shoulders in line over hips. Sit up nice and tall. Big breath in. Long exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. For this next set of poses, I'm going to turn my chair to the side so that you can see me better. As I mentioned earlier, your kitchen table or counter, something that is about the height of the back of a chair, can be really helpful and often more stable than the chair you might have at home. So that's a really good option you might want to use. You're also welcome to stay seated for the following portion of class. I'll give you a few options for seated poses, and many of you have attended class before and already know the modifications that work for you. So go ahead and take a moment if you're standing to transition to where you will stand in your home. I'm going to turn my chair to the side. All right, so come to just behind your chair, and you want to start with your feet about as close to the chair as you can get. So stand as close as you can, hands come right to the back of the chair. Then take your left foot and take one big step back, about the biggest step that you can manage. Next, you should just barely be able to hold on with your hands. Now, hinge from the hip crease. So what I mean by that is to slide your hips back as you bring your chest forward. You can take a little bit of bend in your front knee. However, you still want to press your hips back rather than bending your front knee and taking your hips forward. You see the difference? Hips back. Yeah, hinging right in the center of your body. Press your feet down, make your legs strong, and extend out through the crown of your head. If you'd like to feel more stretch, lift to the heel of your front foot. Hinge back upright. And step your left foot right back behind your chair. Right foot takes a big step back. You should be able to press both feet down firmly and make sure that you don't feel your feet sliding away from each other. Hinge from the hip crease. Slide your hips back and start to bring your torso a little bit closer to the back of your chair. You're welcome to take a little bend in your front knee. That can be beneficial, but make sure that you still hinge in the center of your body rather than just leaning forward. You should feel this stretch predominantly in the back of your front leg. If you would like more stretch, lift to your heel, drawing your toes up and back. This is going to bring more strength to your leg, so you'll feel more stretch as well. Hinge upright, and switch sides. Right foot forward, left foot steps back. Same thing again. Press your feet down. This time, focus on making your legs strong. Hinge from the hip crease. Extend forward through the crown of your head. If you would like, you might take one hand to your hip, maybe both hands to hips. Hinge back upright. Left foot steps forward. Right foot steps back. Last time, lift your chest. Press your feet down, strong legs. Hinge at the hip crease. Nice job. Maybe taking one hand or both hands off the chair into your hips. Feel your feet press firmly to the ground. Hinge back upright. Right foot steps forward. Take your feet back ever so slightly from the chair. So here you should be able to stand up straight and just take your fingertips to the chair. Bring your feet all the way together. And then take your left tippy toe and touch it behind you. Next, you want to still be vertical right over your standing leg, fingertips to the chair. See if you can float your left foot just a little bit off the ground. Next, maybe you take tiny movements, little lift up and down. Maybe you can draw a circle. Maybe you can write your name in the air behind you. This one's a little trickier. I'm not really left-footed, so this is challenging for me. All right, so finish out your name, and then let that left foot come back down underneath you. Walk your feet out a few times. Put the weight onto your left leg, and right foot extends behind you. You can keep your tippy toes down and just work on finding balance on that left leg, or you might float your leg up. Nice. Maybe little movements up and down. Maybe drawing a little circle. Maybe you try to write your name, maybe your last name this time, mix it up a little. If you have a short name, that's nice for you. All right, so finish that out, your little movements, and then let your right foot come down behind you again. Feet together, left foot slides back. You can stay here. You can lift as we did last time, or hinge at the hip crease, let your heel lift behind you, warrior three. You might stay here, hands on the chair, or you might take one hand to your hip. You could take both hands to your hips. Squeeze your legs together and imagine pressing your lifted leg into an invisible wall. Hinge upright and switch sides. Right tippy toes behind you. Float your foot off the mat. You can stay or hinge at the hips, bringing your chest closer to the chair. This is called Warrior 3. Extend out forward through the crown of your head, back through your lifted leg, and tone inner thighs together. Maybe one or both hands to hips. Hinge upright and step down. Walk your feet up a few times. We're going to come into Warrior 1. Right foot steps forward as close to your chair as you can get. Bend your right knee as you step your left foot way back. You want to take the biggest step that you can comfortably. Stack your front knee over your ankle. Turn your hips and shoulders to face toward the chair and press down through your back foot. You can keep your hands on the chair, or you might reach one arm or both arms up. Stack wrists over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and tone your abdomen. Make your back leg strong and reach your front knee forward. Take a full breath in, long breath out. Hands to the chair. Step your left foot forward, right foot back, and switch sides. Left foot steps as close to the chair as you can. Right foot steps back. Biggest step you can take. Big wide stance. You want your feet as wide as they can go, and you still feel secure and balanced. Stack front knee over your ankle. Square hips and shoulders to your chair and press down through your back foot. Tuck tailbone forward, draw waistline back, and you can keep hands on the chair, or you might reach up with one or both arms. If you're reaching up, stacking joints, wrists over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and really make both legs strong and engaged. Big breath in. Exhale. Hands to your chair. Step right foot forward. Left foot back. Switch sides one more time. Warrior 1. Right foot forward. Left foot back. Long stance. Press your feet down. Square hips and shoulders. Reach up or hands stay on the chair. Grow nice and tall. Inhale. On your exhale, make cactus arms. Stay here. Squeeze your shoulders and lift your chest. Exhale, arms down. Hands to the chair and switch sides. Last time. Left foot forward. Bend your knee. Right foot steps way back. Tuck your tail. Waistline to spine. Stay here or arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, cactus arms. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, arms release down. Hands to the chair, right foot forward, left foot back. Pedal your feet out a few times. I'm going to turn my chair for Warrior 2. All you need to do is come close to your chair and step your feet out as wide as you can comfortably. Make sure that you're standing pretty close to the back of your chair. You want to be able to support your torso as much as possible. If you're sitting down, simply take your feet wide, just like we did earlier in class. Pivot your right toes out and bend your right knee. Keep hips and shoulders facing right towards your chair and try to stack your shoulders over your hips. You can keep hands here for support or take arms out. Close your fingers, point your palms down, and relax your shoulders down your spine. Turn your gaze over your right hand. Full breath in, long breath out. Straighten your right leg. Turn right toes in. Left toes out. Bend your left knee. Warrior two. Your hands might come back to the chair for support, or you might continue to reach out, arms to shoulder height. Tuck your tailbone forward and widen your front knee. Full breath in. Long breath out. Straighten your left leg. Left toes in. Right toes out. One more time, warrior two. Bend your right knee. Lift your chest. Extend out through fingertips. If you've kept your arms lifted this whole time, great job. Hang in there. Keep shoulders relaxed. Relax your face and jaw. Straighten your right leg. Right toes in. Left toes out. Bend your knee. Warrior two, last time. Extend your spine. Make legs strong. Lift your chest. Straighten your left leg. Left toes turn in. Arms up, inhale. Let those arms relax down, exhale. Whew. Shake it out of your shoulders a little. Rolling out. Heel toe your feet in a little closer. Nice. And then take one step back from your chair. Feet just slightly wider than your hips. And for most chairs, this will be the width of your chair legs. Fingertips can barely reach the chair. You want to hinge at the hip crease. Press both hips back and bring your chest forward. I'll show you this from the side as well. Feet step back, fingertips touch down, toes point forward. You hinge from the hip crease. There might be a little bit of bend in your knees. That's totally fine. You want to think hips back, head forward. Some of you might find that you have more space to stretch. So if you would like, you might continue to walk your hands down your chair and maybe even all the way toward the ground. If your hands reach the ground, press your hands down. Make your torso strong. Slowly roll back up. If your hands are on the ground, use the chair to help support you. Come all the way back upright. Press your hips forward. Nice. Step just a little bit closer to your chair. Take feet just underneath your hips. And we're going to move into a little bit of a back bend here. You're also welcome to do this sitting down. Lift your chest. Let your shoulders drop down and back. And begin to bring a little bit of arch in your spine. Think sternum up. Shoulders down. Sternum up. And shoulders down. Find a little bit more of this back bend here, using the chair for support. Slowly start to reverse out of your back bend. Think sternum down and back, shoulders forward. Find that neutral spine once more. And then one more fold. Feet step back, fingertips to your chair. Again, you're welcome to do this fold from a seated position as well. Hinge from the hip crease. Start to bring your head closer to the chair. You might stop around here, or if you have a little bit more space to stretch, maybe you start to walk down, maybe taking hands to the ground. Releasing tension with your exhale. Full breath in. Exhale, releasing out. Begin to roll back upright, maybe using the chair to help. Roll all the way up, shoulders in line over hips. Relax your shoulders out. Go ahead and find your seat once more for eagle pose. If you prefer to practice eagle standing, go for it. Have a seat, bring your legs and feet close together. And make sure that you're far enough forward on your seat that you can actually press your feet down. together as they can, but it might look different for you than it does for me. Work to squeeze your shins in, work to squeeze your ankles in, and really clamp your legs closed. You can stay like this, or if you'd like to add the arms, left elbow crosses under your right, hold opposite shoulders. Stay there, or take the backs of your hands together. Maybe palms come together. Lift your chest. Press your right foot down into the ground. Press it really firmly, and then lean forward, elbows toward knees. Nice. Keep squeezing in, everything toward the midline of your body. Come back upright. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. And switch sides. Right leg up and over your left. Squeeze everything into the midline. Ankles, calves, knees, everything squeezes in. And press your left foot down really firmly. Right arm crosses under your left. Elbows cross and hold opposite shoulders. Stay here, or backs of hands or palms together. Lift your chest, extend your spine. If you would like, start to lean forward, elbows toward knees. Keep spine nice and long. Great job. Clamp, knees closed. Come back upright. Unwrap your arms. Unwrap your legs. One more time on each side. Left leg up and over. Left arm is under. Opposite shoulders, backs of hands or palms. Lift your chest and hinge from the hip crease. Elbows towards knees. Hinge upright. Unwrap your arms. This time, as you unwrap your leg, open that knee out wide and set your foot down. Take hands to your knees, lift your chest, press feet down, and hinge from the hip crease. Lean forward. You might keep hands on legs or start to walk down, maybe taking hands all the way to the ground. Press your feet down firmly. Walk your hands back upright. Take your left leg and close it up. Recenter your seat, and last time, eagle pose. Right leg up and over your left. Right leg is over, so right arm is under. Take opposite shoulders, backs of hands, or palms together. Lift your chest. Lean forward if you'd like. Elbows towards knees. Hinge upright. Release your arms. Right leg lifts and opens up. Plant your foot down. Lift your chest. Press through your feet. Hinge from the hip crease and lean forward. Stay right here, or hands walk down. Maybe all the way to the ground. Press feet down firmly. Walk hands back upright. Rolling up. Lift your right leg and close up. Pedal your feet out a few times. Take your feet farther away from you so that you can almost straighten your legs. Nice. Lift your toes back towards your knees. Flex your feet. If you flex your feet enough, you might be able to feel this working in the front of your shins. Nice. Take your left fingertips, reach towards your right toes. You can touch your foot, great. If you can't quite reach, just keep reaching. Come back upright. Take a moment of rest with your feet. Just let your legs rest, feet rest. And then flex your feet once more, drawing toes all the way up and back towards your knees. Really press your heels down. Right fingertips reach towards your left foot. Maybe you reach all the way to your toes. Go ahead and touch or grab on. Maybe you're still reaching in that direction. That's great too. You're still getting the stretch. Come back upright. Let your feet rest. Just neutral. Feet press down on the ground. Flex your feet, toes draw back. Flare your toes out, spread them wide. Fingertips, reach towards both feet at the same time. Press your feet down firmly. Nice. Maybe you can reach all the way to your toes. Maybe you're still reaching in that direction. Maybe you let your upper torso relax down over your legs. Roll back upright. Relax your feet. And step your feet underneath you. And then bring your feet a little closer than you normally would. Yeah, so toes are under your knees. Lift your heels high. Let your heels drop down. If it felt really hard to lift your heels, bring your feet back a little further. That will make it easier. Again, lift your heels. Nice. Let heels lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last time, lift and lower. Take your feet back to neutral. A few quick stretches for the hands, and then we'll start to settle in for our meditation. If you would like to make your way down onto the ground for meditation and rest, or if there's any final stretches that you would like to take on the floor, go ahead and start making your way into those. Now, we're into the last few minutes of practice during class here today. Otherwise, go ahead and stay seated in your chair, and we'll do these hand stretches together. Extend both arms out in front of you and make stop hands. Draw your fingertips all the way back towards your face. Try to spread your fingers as wide as you can. Imagine palming a basketball in each hand. Let your hands relax through neutral, and then make a tight fist with both hands. Point your knuckles down toward the ground. Feeling that stretch right in your wrists and the top of your arm. Reverse again. Spread your fingers wide. Draw your fingers up and back towards your face, like you're pressing away a wall in front of you. And then let hands come through neutral. Make a fist and draw knuckles down. Open up again. Fingers draw back towards your face. Press away from you. And release down. Make a fist. Point knuckles down. Last time. Open up. Fingers draw back. Spreading wide. Make your fist. Knuckles down. Let your arms relax down. Roll your shoulders out a few times. Gentle twist. Left hand across for your right leg. Keep your right hand just on your thigh. Lift your chest. Turn your gaze maybe all the way to the back wall. Untwist and switch sides. Right hand across for your left leg. Draw shoulder up, down, and back. Maybe turn your gaze to the back wall. Untwist. Start to find a comfortable seat, either in your chair or on the floor. Rest your hands comfortably in your legs or on your lap. Lift your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face and jaw. You might gaze softly at the ground in front of you, or allow your eyes to close. Circling back to your breath, noticing the pace and depth. Noticing if you feel differently than you did at the beginning of the hour. Just acknowledging where you're at without judgment. Start to notice the pace of your inhale and exhale. Today, you might simply observe the pace, or you might silently count. Over time, your inhalation and exhalation take the same amount of time. Typically, your exhale seems to take a little longer, so you'll have to speed it up slightly to have the same pace as your inhale. Once you've identified a pacing that works for you and your breath this morning, continue to count silently to yourself, or simply say, I am inhaling as you breathe in, and I am exhaling as you breathe out. At the end of your next exhale, start to allow your breath to go back to its natural rhythm and depth. You might stay in your seated position or shift to something that's more relaxing and settle in for our final rest, Shavasana. We'll have just a few minutes here. I invite you to participate, even if you think it's a little strange. The experience of allowing your body to just fully rest is incredibly re-energizing. Let your feet go wide, toes fall gently open, rest your arms comfortably. Relax your shoulders, your face, your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Allow your breath to breathe itself and just be. Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Take gentle movements to fingers and toes. If you would like, send your arms overhead. Take one more big stretch. Then make your way up to your seat. If you're in your chair, come forward again so there's a little space between you and the back of your chair. Press your feet down and sit up nice and tall. Bring palms together at heart center. We'll close with the sound Om one time. And you're welcome to sing along or listen. Release your air. Full breath in. Thumbs to forehead center. With gratitude for this practice, namaste. Thank you all so much for joining in this morning. It is always my pleasure to share this practice with you, and I'm so pleased that even in these kind of strange times that we're able to adapt and still do this together on Sundays. Look forward to seeing you all around the neighborhood, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.